Okay, good evening, everybody. Bill Rogers here with a couple of All-Stars, Justin McIsaac and Nick McCombie. How you doing, gentlemen?
Great, thanks, Bill. Yes, welcome to Stone Gymnasium, folks, for this NH1.com presentation of New Hampshire high school basketball. Tonight's the 0-1 Dover High Green Wave visiting the 0-1 Portsmouth High Clippers. And Nick, always great when Seacoast teams get together. This should be quite an exciting matchup tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I love the Dover Green Wave and Portsmouth High School matchup. You know, the Clippers, Green Wave, it goes back so many years between these two teams. It's a rivalry that we all love and know, and it's New Hampshire Seacoast, New Hampshire Seacoast best right here.
Absolutely. Portsmouth coming off their first loss in 2 years, going down to defeat at Manchester Central 63-46. That was Friday night. Their previous loss before that was all the way back in the 2015 Division II state championship game when they lost a heartbreaker to Bishop Brady at the buzzer. So it's the first time for many of these kids playing for Portsmouth they've ever had to try and bounce back from a loss, and we'll see how they react to that. Dover coming off a 71-64 loss at home to win a cut it. Dover much improved over the past few seasons, led by 6'3" senior Johnny Cantwell and his surrounding cast. But a tough matchup tonight. Anytime you come into Stone Gymnasium, you got your work cut out for you. This is a tough place to win, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this place, it's got so much history. I mean, look at all the banners that are up there from all the years that Portsmouth has won state championships. I mean, this is the top. In my opinion, I know, being from Portsmouth, this is a powerhouse. This is like the best team I think on the Seacoast right now. I mean, they won the state championship undefeated twice. Division I and II. I mean, they're crowned the kings. Right now, and now somebody has to take them off the throne.
I will now rise for the singing of our national anthem. An excellent job by the Portsmouth High student with the presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. Team's getting ready for action tonight. Let's give you the starting lineups for the Dover High Green Wave. Senior number 3, Devin Cady. Number 10 is the senior Ryan Coleman. Number 12, junior Ty Vitko. Number 13 is senior Johnny Cantwell. And a freshman in the starting lineup for the Green Wave, number 42, Kingsley Breen. He is a freshman, as I just said. For the Portsmouth High Clippers, starting lineup, number 1, sophomore Calvin Hewitt. Number 22, junior Alex Tavares. Number 23, senior Cody Graham. Number 30, senior Max Lincoln. And number 33, senior Mike Sanborn. Officials tonight are Steve Burrows, Jimmy Keene, and Jerry DeRosiers. The head coaches of the two teams, Matt Fennessy for the Green Wave and Jim Mulvey for Portsmouth. Johnny Cantwell, Alex Tavares at the center circle. And we're just about ready to get this one underway. Gary DeRosiers has the ball in his hand, and Dover controls the tap.
Excellent tip right there.
Kingsley Breen, the freshman, has it. And now on the right side for Coleman. Well, it gets tipped into the hands of Johnny Cantwell. you're not familiar with New Hampshire high school basketball, no shot clock, so possessions can go as long as they need to. Three-pointer is off the mark from Ryan Coleman. And here come the Clippers. First touch for Cody Graham, preseason pick for Player of the Year by NHSportsPage.com. Up top, Max Lincoln with a three, no. And Dover grabs the rebound.
Yeah, that was a good move there by Portsmouth going outside.
Cady, nice drive with the left hand, finishes, and Dover breaks the ice. It's 2-zip. Cody Graham, who really dragged a leg through the entire season last year on his way to a Division I state championship for Portsmouth. They went unbeaten, 21-0. Down low, the shot was rejected by Cantwell. Portsmouth comes away with a rebound, and there's the finish from Alex Tavares. We're tied at 2.
Excellent move there by Alex Tavares right there.
Here's the freshman Kingsley Breen, kind of got airborne. It's not where you want to be passing the ball, turns it over. Here come the Clippers. Cody Graham looks, stops. He'll dish it to Hewitt. Now in the left corner for Lincoln. Graham with a left wing three, a little bit too strong. Rebound into the hands of Dover, and a foul's going to be called. They might get Hewitt for going over the back here.
Now, Justin, do you think they seemed a little rusty on that play right out there, do you think?
Cody Graham got a good look. I mean, that's a shot you don't mind Cody Graham taking. He can certainly hit those from downtown.
Right.
As tied at 2, just a minute 25 into the first quarter. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. And traveling's going to be called on Ryan Coleman. Slid the pivot foot, so turnover will give it back to Portsmouth.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Certainly not. Yes, Cody Graham will have it up top. Right side for Hewitt. Cody Graham left side. Starts again. Floats it up. No. Rebound is pinballed around. Nice work there by Hewitt with the board and the second chance bucket.
Beautiful recovery right there for Portsmouth.
4-2 Clippers. 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. And see what the call is here. Not exactly sure what happened there, but Steve Burrows is having a word with Johnny Cantwell, and a 30-second timeout is going to be charged to Dover. I'm not sure if that was Matt Fennessy asking for one or.
Yeah. I thought for a second there was something going on right there. I was like looking around. I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening? Like, what's the call? And I didn't see no hand, no hand motion, just a timeout, I guess.
So 4-2 Portsmouth early on, and a feeling out process going on. This isn't the high-powered Portsmouth team you saw last year with Joey Glenn and Christian Pete and Sean Parham on board. A lot of the times, 2 minutes into a game, the game would already be over. Portsmouth would already have a 15-point lead.
I know.
Or so.
It's crazy. That year was unbelievable. I mean, those kids knew each other. They knew where they were out on the court. That was like a special team. It's like you can't take that away, and that'll be like forever in those kids' hearts to have a team like that from last season. And Cody Graham, you can tell he's trying to work some new guys out in the kinks and trying to find the right place. But I mean, he's got to be the leader out there. He's a senior, so.
Kingsley Breen gets it inbounds at the last second. Devin Cady had to go into the backcourt to chase it down. Here's Breen. Cross court for Jake Lipinski, who had checked in. Now Breen left wing up top for Cady. Looking inside. The C's part, so he takes it to the cup. No. Rebounds loose, and Portsmouth comes away with it. Clippers up by a bucket. 5:35 to go first quarter. Nice spin move to the right block, but a little too nice for Steve Burrows' liking. Traveling's called on Tavares, and that'll give the ball back to Dover.
So one thing I've seen is just too many travels.
Johnny Cantwell, who's the senior center up top, gets to the left mid-block, kicks it out for Cady. 16-footer spins out, and Dover just can't buy a bucket early on. In transition, Sanborn hands it over to Cody Graham. Nice move. Oh, got it rejected by Johnny Cantwell. That's a couple already for Cantwell. Into the corner it goes. 3-ball on the way. No. Jake Lipinski off the mark with that one. Portsmouth in transition got deflected, but they come away with it. That pass a little too tall for Cody Graham. He rescues the possession, though. Here's Lincoln. Cody Graham in the corner. He can stick that. No good. Rebound, big battle going on underneath, and let's see who gets called for the foul. I think it's going to be on Dover. Might get Lipinski for this one. Yes, they do. First personal, first team foul. Pitchers duel early on, 4-2, 4:47 to go in the first.
Tight game right now.
Here's Sanborn. He can shoot the three. That one's in and out. Rebound's loose. Calvin Hewitt almost came away with another offensive rebound. He's got a few already. Cantwell on the right wing. In the middle, tough shot won't go for Lipinski. Sanborn grabs the rebound. Cody Graham will look ahead for Hewitt. Wants to go inside, nobody home. Now Graham will look back at both Jim and John Mulvey to get instructions.
Oh, he really wanted Cody Graham on that one. I could see it right there.
And here's Cody up top, backs it back out. Guarded by the freshman, Kingsley Breen. Tough assignment as Graham shoots the straightaway three. No one home for the rebound. Lincoln comes away with it, gets to the cup, no. And it's still 4-2. Here's Kingsley Breen.
Portsmouth's trying everything down inside the paint, and even, at that top of the key of the three-point. It's unbelievable.
Well, there's lids on the buckets right now. There's Kingsley Breen in and out. Rebound's kept alive down low. Asking for it back in the corner was Ty Vitko. They didn't see him. Instead, it goes to Devin Cady, who's got all 4 Dover points.
Devin Cady, what a move that was. Caught the defense napping on that one.
Tied at 4 here, 3:26 to go in the first. Sanborn left wing. Now it's Graham on the right side. Graham gets to the paint, floats it up, and that's just a kid that knows how to score right there.
Yeah, Cody Graham. I mean, he didn't get those 1,000 points for nothing. I mean, he worked really hard at it, and he's still rising up there.
Cantwell, nice dish on the baseline. Tough move, no good from Vitko, but he earns free throws. And this was either Sanborn or Graham. It's Sanborn gets hit with a foul. His second team foul, so free throws coming up from Ty Vitko, the 6'3" junior, and he knocks that one down. Boy, did Vitko have a season on the football field, catching passes from Johnny Cantwell. That was almost a Brady to Randy Moss type connection.
Oh, I did see that, yeah. I was, even when I was broadcasting with Bill, it was unbelievable. Something to see.
Second one's good, and Dover grabs a 6-4 lead. Into the game for the Green Wave, Iman and Kunku and Nick Yardy. And I know the assistant coaches for Dover love Nick Yardy. Yardy, so see what he has to offer. That gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Portsmouth.
Tough call right there.
I mean, I don't know if at some point we can get a shot of Russ Wilson, the athletic director for Portsmouth, wearing a green sweater tonight. Would seem like bad luck for his Clippers.
Wow.
Down low they go to Hewitt. Kick out to Sanborn, right corner. Ooh. No. And we get an offensive foul underneath.
Tell you, he might as well turn in his Portsmouth Clipper gear. He always tells people, don't wear the green. If you're in Portsmouth, wear the maroon and gold.
Hughie McDonald gets hit with his first foul. Third team foul for Portsmouth. As we're tied at 6. Low scoring affair this far. As jump ball is called there as Tavares was able to stuff Lipinski on the drive. Yeah, you're right, Nick. The arrow belongs to Portsmouth, so. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Not a lot of scoring going on.
No. It's a different Portsmouth Clippers team. We were expecting this, because we knew that this is gonna be a whole different ballgame.
Cody Graham on the left wing. Now right wing for Calvin Hewitt. Hewitt gets in the air, leaves it underneath, but it's pinballed around into the hands of Dover. This is Cady. Cady drives. Tough shot. Gets
what a shot.
Devin Cady strong to the cup. He's got 6. And it's an 8-6 lead for Dover.
Like how Cady stuck with that, even though there was a couple defenders on him.
Tavares now for Hewitt into the corner for Sanborn. Sanborn looks inside, they clear out for him. Instead, it's Graham. Left wing catch and shoot. In and out. Rebound goes to Dover.
Man, that three-pointer for Portsmouth is getting real tough for Cody Graham.
Here's Cady. Cady's had the hot hand, and he travels. It'll go back to Portsmouth. Into the game for the Clippers comes Lance Rizkala. And let's see who else checked in. There was a substitution for Dover. I think that was Ryan Coleman into the ball game. So $1:30 to go, just 8-6. As a little screen and roll for
that bucket's
Graham.
That bucket's got a brick on it there, Justin. I can't figure it out.
Nobody can buy a bucket right now from Portsmouth. Here's Ty Vitko. A little backdoor cut for Uriarte. Can't get it to go, and we get a whistle on the rebound. Might be a Dover foul. Trying to see who the foul was on. As back into the ballgame for Dover comes Kingsley Breen. Dover foul is on Uriarte. It's his first. Here's Cody Graham. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Portsmouth down a bucket. Sanborn on the drive.
And
off.
One.
Foul.
No foul.
Yeah, called on the floor, so wave off the bucket.
Thanks for that save, Justin. I didn't see the referee in the corner. I was watching the player.
Well, that's 2 on Jake Lipinski, so he'll have to sit probably the remainder of the first half. That's the third team foul. As Devin Cady will get back into the ballgame. He checked out for a minute, but just a minute as Cady has to sit. And it goes to Huey McDonald. Underneath, trying to get to Riscala, and he hit the deck hard.
Hard foul.
And that's going to be on Coleman, his first. So the foul's piling up here. Fourth team foul for Dover. Of course, once you get to 7, it's 1-1 in a half. Oh, all alone. Defensive breakdown as Tavares catches the pass, scoops and scores, and we're tied at 8.
Tavares again.
38 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's Cantwell. Kicks it out for Cady. Right wing 3. In and out. And we get a loose ball foul. This is going to be on Cantwell, I think.
I could tell by the look of Cady right now. He just looked at that and he went I really want that one back. That one was, wide open. Nobody on him.
Yep. And it's the right shot to take. Just didn't fall as Portsmouth with a chance to take the lead. Let's see if they hold for 1 here with 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cody Graham doesn't seem to be in a hurry.
See, that's the nice thing about the shot clock in the NHIAA right there.
Yeah, if only we had one.
Yeah.
Play will probably start with about 10 seconds to go, and here it goes. Off the screen, Graham to his right, now back to his left for Tavares. In the corner for Riscala, up fakes, tries to go baseline for Tavares with 2 seconds to go.
What a shot!
Triple, and that is how the first quarter ends. With the score, Portsmouth 11, Dover 8. Here on NH1.com, Nick McCumbee, what are your thoughts about this first quarter?
Very, as I said, it's questionable. We're still trying to feel Portsmouth out. We're still trying to feel Dover out. It's the beginning of the season. We're trying to figure things out here. It's just a matter of, time will tell here, once we get to the second quarter, Justin. To be honest with you, Portsmouth looks like a really good team, but, we're still trying to figure this thing out. It's, as I said, we're basically, it's like, when is the glass going to finally break for Portsmouth, and they're going to start nailing the stuff right in, and same with Dover. It's just that kind of thing.
Absolutely. So, leading scorer in the ballgame is Alex Tavares. He's got 7. Devin Cady right on his heels with 6. Although not a lot of scoring to be had in that first quarter, 11-8, as we head to the second quarter.
Malby's got to get those troops ready.
Glad you could join us tonight on NH1.com. As we come to you live from Stone Gymnasium, Justin McIsaac, Nick McCumbee, Bill Rogers doing the producing. John Simmons.
Yes, sir.
John
Great
Simmons.
to be with you today.
Yes, absolutely. And Amelia Lee Rogers on cameras. Doing a fine job.
I also want to add that this is a joint production with the Corway Film Institute's Connected Village. And thank you, guys, and back to your action.
All right, one update from Bedford. Exeter leads Bedford 15-7 in Division I. Sliding the pivot foot there is Ty Vitko, and then it'll go back to Portsmouth.
That's a tough one right there. You said Exeter was beating Bedford?
15-7 after 1.
Wow.
Exeter, many people's choice for the preseason favorite in Division I. They had a hard time with Spalding Friday night, won 70-69.
That's your favorite team right there, Justin.
My alma mater. And we get a foul away from the ball called on Mike Sanborn. That's going to be 2 on Sanborn. So we'll see who Jim Mulvey brings off the bench
It looks like number 1's going in for Portsmouth, and that's Calvin Hewitt.
They go down low to Vicko. Tough shot, no, but he's going to the line. And we'll see who this one is on. So they're going to get Rizkala for his first. So Vicko, perfect from the line so far and remains that way. 3 for 3. And the second is good from Vicko. Dave Smith of Coburn once told me, you know what wins games, McIsaac? Layups and free throws. And he wasn't lying.
That's true.
11-10, Portsmouth on top.
Oh, what a shot there, Calvin.
14-10 after the 3-ball from Calvin Hewitt.
That was a beautiful three-pointer by Calvin Hewitt, Justin. I couldn't get over that.
Left alone on the right wing, and he buried it. We get a foul on the other end.
Never leave a lonely man behind.
And that is going to be Hewitt picking up the foul, though, and that's going to be 2 on him. So 2 on Sanborn, 2 on Hewitt. Portsmouth getting themselves in a little bit of foul trouble early on. 14-10 as Breen catch and shoot 3. Count it. Kingsley Breen, the freshman, knocking down the triple. That brings Dover to within 1.
I gotta say, if you're a freshman, that's like a big moment for you when you get called to the varsity.
He started the first game, starting here tonight as well, so Matt Fennessy and his staff expect big things out of him. Here's Graham to the bucket, shot got deflected, and then, Johnny Campbell hit the deck hard. Ouch. Getting helped up by Cody Graham and a couple of his teammates. And now having a word with Gary DeRozier, asking if he's okay. Campbell says, you watched me play quarterback, right? You saw the hits I took there? I'm all right.
The wood floors can be a little unforgiving on that one. That can be very, very painful.
They don't let them wear helmets yet in basketball. So.
No.
So Campbell gets hit with a foul, insult to injury. That's his second. Cody Graham convinces the free throw to go home. They'll have another 2-point lead for the Clippers as Hugh McDonald checks out. There's the second one for Graham. As now Cantwell will have to check out with 2 fouls, and into the game comes William Federico. You might be tempted to pronounce it Frederico, but it's Federico.
Well, it reminds me of, like, if I bring up a point here, I moved it.
Good job keeping the dribble going there by Ty Vicko as he lost his feet. It's Kingsley Breen. Breen fiddles and diddles, brings it back to the right wing extended. Left-hand dribble. Whoa! Hard to the cup and misses the jam. And might have got hit with the frustration foul afterwards.
Man, I thought I heard the song "I Believe I Could Fly" in my ear.
Actually, that foul's going to be on Katie. That would be his second, so. Katie Lipinski and Cantwell with 2 fouls each for Dover. This is going to be 1-1 for Portsmouth. And Sanborn and Hewitt with 2 fouls apiece for Portsmouth. So we'll send Lincoln to the line for 1-1. And the first one is off the mark, the front end, I should say, and it stays 16-13. Clippers on top. Kingsley Breen.
He's got great hands.
Oh, got stripped on the pass there. Out in front with a left-hand layup is Calvin Hewitt. Hewitt's got 7. The lead's up to 5 for Portsmouth. Federico leaves in the corner for Coleman. Got double teamed, able to reset out to the left wing extended. Under 6 minutes to go, second quarter. 5-point lead for Portsmouth. Breen off the screen, picks up his dribble.
Oh, close there for number 10.
Ryan Coleman lost his footing again. Yeah. This is becoming an issue for Dover. It's going to stay with the green wave here as a foul's going to be called. And this is going to be 1-1 for Dover.
Now, Ryan Coleman, that was a little scary there for a second. Being a main player for Dover, you don't want to twist an ankle or anything like that out on that court. As I said, the court can be a little unforgiving on that one, Justin.
I think they're trying to figure out who the foul's on. There is no number. They originally said 10. There is no number 10 for Portsmouth. It's on Calvin Hewitt. That's going to be his No, now they're going to say it's Lance Rizcala. That's his second. Beg your pardon. So Nick Girardi will go to the line. Or, excuse me, Ryan Coleman will go to the line. 1-1 and misses that one. So both teams having an issue with free throws here, at least on the 1-on-1s. 18-13, Portsmouth on top. Left side, Graham. Up top it goes to Jacob Boughton, his first action. Graham.
Nice.
Hauls in the pass. And we're going to foul away from the ball. And this second time Portsmouth's called for an offensive foul away from the ball.
That kills you. You know, you need the points, and that's where it counts. Justin. You know.
And now that's going to be 3 on Rizcala. So the offensive foul means no free throws here for Dover. As the freshman Breen will bring it up. Dover looks discombobulated on offense, and Breen gets stripped. They shovel it out, and now it's Lincoln. Lincoln for Tavares into the corner of Rizcala. Up fakes, now shoots the long two. No good.
Somebody's got to be underneath that hoop for Portsmouth to box it out to at least get that rebound.
Vicko down low for Breen, a little too deep in the baseline, tries to create some space, got blocked.
Wow.
Tie up in the basketball. I believe the possession arrow belongs to Portsmouth. Yes, it does.
That ball is hopping right now on that court.
With Johnny Cantwell out of the game for Dover with a couple of fouls, and their offense seems to, runs through him, and they just seem a little confused as to what they want to do on offense.
Right.
Here's Graham. Top of the key. Hand off Max Lincoln off the screen. Back to Tavares. And now they'll reset the play as Jim Mulvey wants him to start the whole thing over again. Graham
what
to
a
his
screen.
left. Now to his right, got stripped. Tried to leave it instead. Picking it off was Federico to the bucket.
Nice.
Lays it up and in. First 2 points for the junior, and Jim Mulvey's seen enough. He wants a 30-second timeout with 4:09 to go in the second quarter.
I could tell that Coach Mulvey, after that steal, he kind of looked a little angry off in that corner. He didn't look like the Coach Mulvey that we all know after last season, where he started to look like, okay, I feel confident. Now he feels like he's got a lot of work to do right now.
Yeah, Jim Mulvey's not one to sit on his timeouts and take them home with him, so
No.
he will spend one here to get his team back on track. 18-15, a lot of players in foul trouble early on in this one. See if we can get you any updates from what's going on around the state. After one in Division III, Berlin all over Interlakes, 24-6. Berlin, the preseason favorite in Division III. And remember, you pronounce it Berlin, not Berlin, or those people will let you know that you mispronounced it.
Yeah, they must take that pretty seriously.
Out of the timeout, halfway through the second quarter, 18-15 is the Portsmouth lead. Graham now on the right elbow for Tavares. Trying to create some space, drives, got away with a travel, puts it off the window and in.
I saw 3 steps on that one.
9 points for Tavares. I'm sure Matt Fennessy's saying there's 3 out there. How do you miss that? 3 ball, no good from the left side. Here comes Cody Graham with a rebound. Weaves his way through traffic, leaves it over for Tavares. Shot's no good, but he will earn a trip to the line. Yeah, let's see who this one's on. It looks like it's going to be on Federico. That'd be his first. And that one's off the back of the iron.
It's a little tough there, when you're at the line. A lot's running through your mind when you're an athlete.
Tavares will have another one. And that one's good. And that extends the lead to 6. 21-15. About 3.5 to go in the first half. This game coming to you live from Stone Gymnasium. Justin McIsaac, Nick McCumbee with you tonight. As Kingsley Breen down the left wing for Katie. Katie was hot early. Gives it back to Breen. Girardi on the left elbow. Yes.
Nice. Little shots. Little shots, Justin. Little shots. I like that.
6-foot senior knocks it down, makes it a 4-point game with 3:03 to go in the first half. Graham will shoot the straightaway three, and he can't let him shoot that.
That's the Cody Graham we all know and love right there.
7 points for Graham, and we get a whistle on the other end. This is going to be on Tavares.
It was Tavares, yeah.
It'll be the first on him, so it'll be free throws for Dover. Bedford has stormed back to take a 16-15 lead in the second quarter on Exeter in Division I. And the front end of the 1-on-1 is no good. Rebound is chased down. Oh, nice hustle play there by Vicko. Looked like he had swatted it off the Portsmouth player, but referee said let's stay with the Clippers.
I thought it went off the leg. I mean, I know that they can't do replay. I know they do it in the NBA, so.
It'll stay with Portsmouth. Here's Graham to the bucket. Might have been deflected, and the foul is called. And it looked like Vicko got a piece of the ball, but they got the arm on the follow-through. So Graham will shoot a pair. Cody Graham's been a starter since he was a freshman and already eclipsed the 1,000-point mark last year as a junior.
I mean, if you go back when he was a freshman, Justin, when he was playing up against Bishop Brady and when he was in Division II, I think that might have fueled him up to win state championships after that, that incident that happened. I mean, what was it, 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he had the ball, and it got intercepted from him, and it's unbelievable. And look at him now. I mean, he's unbelievable right now, playing the way how he's playing right now.
8-point lead for the Clippers, 2:24 to go in the first half. As, nice pass down low. Devin Cady finds Nick Uriarte around the defender. 4 points for Uriarte. And it's 25-19. Well, there's basketball royalty sitting all around us here. Here's Boughton over the right side for Cody Graham. Graham might want to take over here. Nobody else been able to put the ball in the bucket other than him and Tavares. Lincoln for the corner. Oh, yeah? First 3 points of the game for Max Lincoln, and the lead is 9 for Portsmouth.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
1:45 to go. Breen shovels it over to Cady. Now Breen will take it up top. Down low finds the player on the baseline. That's Uriarte who puts it up and in. Nice vision there from Kingsley Breen to find him.
That was a great shot right there, indeed.
Cuts the lead back down to 7 with $1:22 to go in the second quarter. Tavares up fakes, now drives. Finger roll won't go. And the rebound to Vicko. Vicko, Portsmouth got back nicely on defense there. They'll rotate to the corner for Cady. Cady tries to protect the ball but commits the offensive foul. Oh, no. One ref said offensive foul, and he's overruled as Jimmy Keene had a different call, and Jim Mulvey's saying, come on, man.
I wish I could have seen the replay on that one for that move that happened. I mean, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I saw some hands, but,
Yeah, Steve Burrows down low had it as an offensive foul. But he was overruled by Jimmy Keene, who said, no, that was blocking. Player's feet must have been moving. So no charge there, as the first free throw is no good from Devin Cady, as we get subs on the floor from both teams. The Iman Nkunku checks in for Dover.
Portsmouth 14 sits out. Jacob Booten.
Second one's good for Cady.
Looks like checking in was, yep.
And it leads back down to 8. 1 minute to go in the first half. 29-22. Clippers on top. Lincoln for Graham. Handoff up top. Drives. Tough shot. Might have been deflected. Graham didn't get the call. Looking for it. Here comes Dover. Bounce pass for Nkunku now on the right side for Cady. Cady protects the ball. Scoops and scores. 9 points for Cady. The lead's back down to 5. 35 seconds to go in the first half.
Correction, it's 28. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it looks like Cause corrected the scoreboard. So, yeah, 28-24, so a 4-point lead. Tom Kozakowski, the assistant AD, working the scoreboard. Or is he? Who's over there? That's not Cos anymore. Nope. Cody Graham with 12 seconds to go in the half. And turnover, it's going to go with Dover. They'll have a chance for a last shot. They can cut it down to 2 or 1.
Mike Sanborn, that was a tough one to grab. You know, I looked off in the corner and you could see that. He tried to stick one hand out there and just real tough on that one.
Cantwell back in the game for Dover for this last offensive possession. Once again, Dover player losing his footing. 3 seconds to go. Katie forces it up at the horn. No good, and that is how the first half ends. We played 2 from Stone Gymnasium. It's Portsmouth 28 and Dover 24. Nick, what do you think?
It's still wide open for both sides, you know, in my opinion. I mean, you know, Portsmouth's got to start defending more inside the paint, you know, because Dover's just basically opening up shop. There's a wide open gap in there, and they got to close that gap. I mean, they got to either start playing the zone defense or whatever Coach Mulvey has in his playbook. So hopefully we'll see something in the third quarter, you know. But as I said, it's just, you know, a matter of time will tell. So
I'll give you the scoring totals here. For Portsmouth, Calvin Hewitt has 7. Alex Tavares has 10. Cody Graham has 8. Max Lincoln has 3. Only 4 Clippers have gotten themselves on the board. For Dover, Devin Cady has 9. Ty Vicko has 4, all from the free throw line. Nick Girardi has 6. William Federico has 2. Kingsley Breen has 3. I think Portsmouth's done a nice job with is keeping Johnny Cantwell off the board. He's scoreless in the first half and picked up a couple of fouls. I mean, he's made his presence felt on the defensive end with a couple of blocks here, but Portsmouth's done a nice job keeping him off the scoreboard for the most part.
Oh, absolutely. You know, they're basically doing their job. So I mean, I think that's a big important thing right there. So.
All right. Well, the Chuckaducks are going to start flying here at Stone Gymnasium.
I think it was called Chuck-a-Truck.
Chuck-a-Truck?
Chuck-a-Truck.
Have they changed the name?
I think there was Chuck-a-Truck.
Man, in my day it was Chuck-a-Duck, but now they've changed it to Chuck-a-Truck. Well, that could be dangerous for everybody here if they're throwing an 18-wheeler. So I think what we'll do is step aside. We'll turn the mics down, take a break here for a bit, and we'll come back to you when the second half is about to begin from Stone Gymnasium. 28-24 Portsmouth over Dover here on NH1.com.
Excellent.
Thank you, gentlemen. And quite a half we had here in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And I want to thank NH1 for partnering with the Corway Film Institute to present basketball around the state of New Hampshire. And we are here at the Stone Gym in Portsmouth. Break halftime here, and we're going to be heading around the state of New Hampshire this winter time. Typical New England, had some snow, warming up today, had some melting. Let's see if we got a white Christmas this season. Bill Rogers here for the Corway Film Institute and our Connected Village. Glad to partner with NH1. You can, of course, you're probably catching this game on NH1's Facebook site. Remember to friend our good friends at NH1. You can keep hear about updates of games coming up. We'll be Thursday night. We'll be at Bishop Brady for the boys game, and Bishop Brady is facing Pelham. And we'll also be back at Bishop Brady at a later point for the girls' game. We're capturing both boys and girls' games, divisions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Trying to bring you a variety of basketball across the state of New Hampshire. Right now, it's the Chuck-a-Duck. Chuck-a-Duck. Whoa! Bullseye! got a fine duck chucker. There it is. Smack dab in the middle. That worth good for a couple $100,000 and a new car. Toyota of Portsmouth, you've given away a new car? No, I don't think so. I don't think that the Bullseye and Chuck It Up gets a new car, sorry, but gets bragging rights here on NH1's coverage of high school basketball. Mighty impressive. And there he is, getting his prize. Ace camera work by John Simus there. So the score is Portsmouth is up 28-24 over the Green Wave of Dover, Portsmouth Clippers. And we're going to be getting back to action in about 5 minutes. Portsmouth, the champions from last year, and they dropped their opener. Trying to find. Okay, good evening, everybody. Bill Rogers here with a couple of All-Stars, Justin McIsaac and Nick McCombie. How you doing, gentlemen?
Great, thanks, Bill. Yes, welcome to Stone Gymnasium, folks, for this NH1.com presentation of New Hampshire high school basketball. Tonight's the 0-1 Dover High Green Wave visiting the 0-1 Portsmouth High Clippers. And Nick, always great when Seacoast teams get together. This should be quite an exciting matchup tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I love the Dover Green Wave and Portsmouth High School matchup. You know, the Clippers, Green Wave, it goes back so many years between these two teams. It's a rivalry that we all love and know, and it's New Hampshire Seacoast, New Hampshire Seacoast best right here.
Absolutely. Portsmouth coming off their first loss in 2 years, going down to defeat at Manchester Central 63-46. That was Friday night. Their previous loss before that was all the way back in the 2015 Division II State Championship game when they lost a heartbreaker to Bishop Brady at the buzzer. So it's the first time for many of these kids playing for Portsmouth they've ever had to try and bounce back from a loss, and we'll see how they react to that. Dover coming off a 71-64 loss at home to Winnicott. Dover much improved over the past few seasons, led by 6'3" senior Johnny Cantwell and his surrounding cast. But a tough matchup tonight. Anytime you come into Stone Gymnasium, you got your work cut out for you. This is a tough place to win, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this place, it's got so much history. I mean, look at all the banners that are up there from all the years that Portsmouth has won state championships. I mean, this is the top. In my opinion, I know. Being from Portsmouth, this is a powerhouse. This is like the best team I think on the Seacoast right now. I mean, they won the state championship undefeated twice. Division I and II. I mean, they're crowned the kings. Right now, and now somebody has to take them off the throne.
I will now rise for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
Ready for a second half action? Hey guys, how's it going?
Well, it's what you want as a broadcaster is a close game, and that's what we have so far. 28-24. Neither team particularly shot the lights out in that first half.
Right.
But, both teams played well defensively. Whoa, I got a camera in my face.
Yeah. We got cameras all over the place
That's
here.
a perfect moment right here.
So for Dover, I think the key in the second half is going to be to get Johnny Cantwell going somehow. No points in that first half, as Portsmouth did a nice job with him. And staying out of foul trouble, I think, Nick, will be the key also for both sides. Is Lance Friscala had 3, Mike Sanborn had 2, Calvin Hewitt had 2 for Portsmouth. For Dover, Devin Cady playing with 2, Jake Lipinski with 2, Johnny Cantwell has 2. So, sometimes the game's being called tight. That's just the way it is. You got to adjust to the refs.
Right. When you get a tight game, you feel like you got that strain on yourself. So you got to change your whole game up a little bit. So you gotta basically try and find the key that can unlock that strain. So that's a real tough thing. So
Christian Peak of last year's champion Clippers right behind me, urging his Clippers on here to start the second half. Dover will start the second half with the basketball.
Gotta love that Christian Peak kid. He's a warrior.
As nice drive by Cady. Can't get the finish though. And here come the Clippers. Up 8 to start the second half. And now it's Portsmouth with a little trouble with their footing. Cody Graham scoops and scores. And he's just a kid that knows how to put the ball in the bucket.
Excellent job by Cody Graham.
On the left elbow, here's Vicko. And now Cantwell out the left wing. Cantwell stops from 8 feet off the window. Can't get it to go. And the rebound goes to Sanborn. Up ahead for Hewitt. Hewitt lost the handle. Might have been stripped. And here comes Ty Vicko for Dover. Behind the back dribble, he'll leave it for Ryan Coleman. Coleman puts it on the floor. Wanted to go to Kingsley Breen instead. Saw Hewitt kind of cheating on the pass, so leaves it over for Cantwell on the left wing. Cantwell cross court for Coleman. Coleman stops at the free throw line. Rattles around and won't go. Rebound Tavares. And a couple players get tangled up, and now Dover's got numbers.
Looked like a yard sale off in the corner.
Cantwell, who got tripped up, gets the pass, puts it up and in. That ended up working out for Johnny Cantwell. He got knocked down, and by the time he got back up, his team had possession, and he cuts the lead to 4. Minute and a half gone by in the third quarter. As here's Cody Graham up top. To the left elbow, brings it back. Right wing free for Hewitt is in and out, almost went back in again. And instead, Dover the rebound. Oh, Cody Graham, nice job getting the passing lane. But Kingsley Breen returns the favor. Left side for Cantwell, shovels it in the middle. The floater won't go for Coleman. Off the rebound, no. Coleman gets the rebound, gets it blocked by Lincoln. Ball goes out of bounds. Which way is it going? It's going to stay with Dover.
Man, look at all those hand motion. That was just unbelievable.
Both teams really getting after it on the loose balls.
Yeah, gentlemen, don't you? Pace really seemed to pick up here in the second half.
As JR used to say, business picking up. Lincoln blocks Cantwell. Cantwell tries to finish off the rebound. It's loose. This time it'll go with Portsmouth.
Man, that thing is just crazy going on right now with that basketball bouncing everywhere today. But it is a basketball.
That's true. Johnny Cantwell's going to need some ice after this game. Left corner 3 in and out for Lincoln. Portsmouth controls the rebound. Here's Graham from downtown. No. Rebound's volleyballed out, but into the hands of Ty Vicko. 2-on-1 for Portsmouth. Vicko tries to take it to the cup. Offensive foul is called this time, and that's the second on Vicko. Good job by Cody Graham to get to the spot and plant his feet.
That's the one hard thing to do, Justin, when you're learning basketball, when you're downstairs with the old man, learning how to take a foul, and make him commit the offensive foul. I mean, just leaning right into him, and you can't put your hands out because in human nature, we put our hands out. We're like, hey, okay, I don't want you to hit me.
Yep. And this is a Portsmouth team that certainly values taking a charge, that's for sure. Matt Fennessy calls a timeout for Dover as it got a little bit playground out there and going to kind of regroup his team. 30-26. Dover down just 4 here. Now, Portsmouth back into Division I last year for the first time in probably 18, 19 years or so. So that's the first time this rivalry was renewed last season. And, you know, Portsmouth didn't really play a close game until they got to the playoffs. But, so had their way with Dover, but last season, but they're in a different type of ball game tonight.
I mean, this rivalry never gets old. I mean, Justin, I mean, Portsmouth-Dover, it's like Dover-Rochester when it comes to hockey. So.
Absolutely. Here's Hewitt now for Tavares. Cody Graham down low to Hewitt. Lost it. Loose ball. Hewitt gets the ricochet in the corner. The 3-ball short. Rebound is out into the hands of Hewitt. Now Graham will have it on the left side. Up top for Tavares. Tavares drives, lost his footing. Boy, this right side of the floor from our vantage point has been slippery tonight for both sides.
Might have to check for some dew on that floor.
No-look pass from Kingsley Breen. The problem with the no-look pass is you're not looking. Sometimes the guy's not there.
It's like you need a mirror in the back of your, for a car.
Both teams have gone a little bit cold here, 30-26, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hewitt. And now for Tavares, Graham left side. Guarded by Vitko. Ooh. Gambling on the pass was Coleman. Overplayed it. Sanborn makes him pay with a 3.
Try to be the hero and then you fail, and that's a tough one right there for Dover.
High risk, high reward. First 3 points for Sanborn. Kingsley Breen, again, went down low, but Katie was cutting as the pass came, and it's another turnover. And Dover trying to get on the same page here. Breen will check out. And I believe it was Girardi that checked in.
Got to give credit to Dover, though. You know, they're really sticking with Portsmouth.
Down 7 here, 4.5 to go in the third quarter. 33-26. Graham out on the left wing, off the screen, works to his right, shoots the 3, in and out. Rebound, Johnny Cantwell. Outlet pass for Girardi, 2-on-1, but Girardi double dribbled or traveled or something, and the whistle comes. Probably could have called either one there. Kind of caught it with both hands and then dribbled with both hands. And
sometimes, wow.
Steve Burrows, that's a turnover there from Jerry DeRozier's.
Did you even catch that on camera?
It's going to be a fine in Kangaroo Court. Up top it goes to Calvin Hewitt. Hewitt on the left side for Sanborn. Creates some space with the left hand, shoots it with the right, no. Rebound Lincoln underneath, off the window, can't get it to go. There's Hewitt though to clean up the mess. 9 points for Hewitt, it's a 9-point Portsmouth lead. 3:45 to go in the third. Dover needs a bucket here. There's Coleman. Got stripped but fouled. Cody Graham has a look on his face as though he's incredulous. It's a $5 word. It's going to be the first on Cody, first team foul of the half. As it goes into Johnny Cantwell. Right side for Vitko. Vitko drives, got the defender off his feet, scoops and scores.
He tried to look for a foul on that one. Alex Tavares on that move.
First field goal for Vitko, he's got 6 points. Lead down to 7 for Portsmouth. Graham looking for the give and go. Instead, it's intercepted. Good job by Vitko to get in the passing lane. Here's Katie.
Portsmouth seems a little shaky on those passes.
Cross court, it goes to Lipinski. Bounce entry and a foul's called as Graham overplayed it, and he'll pick up his second.
Tough call on Cody Graham. You can kind of tell a little frustration on Cody's mindset right there.
Well, you know, there's 3 officials tonight, and that doesn't always happen in the regular season. It does in the playoffs, but
yeah,
with 3 officials, more stuff gets seen and more stuff gets called. So here's Cantwell, whips it out to the right corner, 3 on the way. No good from Girardi. Rebound pinballs off a couple of Green Wave players, and we'll go with the Clippers. Not a whole lot of rhythm to this third quarter. Nobody able to kind of get a flow going. Portsmouth has a 7-point lead. 2:45 to go. Third quarter. Oh, Dover bench wants an offensive foul. None coming as Sanborn gets it to Graham, who drills the 3. Looked like Sanborn might have got away with the arm bar, but it's not a foul unless they call it.
turned into Monday Night Raw out here.
10-point lead for Portsmouth. There's Cantwell. Stops at the right mid-block, kicks it out for Vitko. Vitko drives, gets in the air. Shot is no good, but a foul's called.
No, wait, it's Tuesday. That's right, it's SmackDown. Sorry about that.
They're going to conference here. Do we have offensive? Is it a charge or a block is the question. And Steve Burrows says no, 2 shots. That's going to be on Sanborn. That'll be his 3rd. Monday Night Raw, as Nick just referred to, was in Providence last night. The night before, WWE Night of Champions, or Clash of Champions, was in Boston.
Now, Justin, I know you're a WWE fan.
Your boy McIsaac was in the crowd for Clash of Champions.
Ooh.
My daughter Keely McIsaac, shout out to Keely.
Nice.
I don't think she's watching, but she's probably watching SmackDown. Here's the first free throw from Ty Vitko.
Well, you know who my favorite guy is, right, Justin?
Who's that?
John Cena.
Wow.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's a local guy, West Newbury, Mass. It's the second one. Vitko's hit all 6 of his free throws tonight, and the lead is 8 for Portsmouth, 38-30. Cody Graham, left side for Sanborn. Sanborn looks inside, now he'll drive, pull up from the left mid-block, no. Rebound is going to go out of bounds off Sanborn and go back to Dover.
He looked at the referee like he had 2 heads there for a second. I love that look.
Both teams looking for their first win of the season. 0-1, Division I really gets underway for real tonight. There were 4 games last Friday night. The fouls committed there by Hewitt. That's his 3rd.
Tough one for Hewitt. You know, I looked at the ref. Not happy about the call. I think it was, both players going up for it.
He's gambling for the steal. Instead got too much in the arm. Katie got away with a push off there. Graham looking for the charging call. Now here's Katie. Cross court it goes for Girardi, and now Vitko cross corner for Katie. Katie, the finger roll
Move.
as Katie gets to the bucket. He's got 11, and it's down to a 6-point lead. Every time Portsmouth looks like they're going to put Dover away, the Green Wave has had an answer. Hewitt shovels it over to Graham in the right corner. Graham, left-hand dribble, gets it to Tavares. Tavares nearly got stripped. Vitko with the active hands. Nice cut from Sanborn, but he couldn't finish. Hewitt can't get the putback to go. Tavares saves the possession. Now over to Sanborn in the corner, down low. Nice job by Johnny Cantwell to anticipate the pass and create the turnover. Here comes Dover. Vitko, no look underneath for Cantwell. Oh, my. The big man runs the floor, and he's rewarded. Timeout, Portsmouth.
Now Dover's caught a little fire, and now you got to wonder, Justin, here we go. Do we stick with it?
Offense or defense turns to offense for Dover as Johnny Cantwell with the steal runs the floor, and he gets rewarded with a bucket on the other end. And yeah, Dover was down 10. All of a sudden, they've cut it to a 4-point lead, a little 6-0 mini run.
I know I use a hockey term in this in basket. I know we're playing in a basketball game here, Justin, but I use a hockey term, defense wins championships. I learned that from Claude Julien back when the Bruins won the Cup in 2011, but I think it's working right now for Dover in this way, in this one, with the defense is winning the runs right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Dover's created some turnovers on the defensive end. They turned those into points, and, Jim Mulvey didn't like what he was seeing, so he spends a timeout. Spalding girls basketball has defeated Londonderry 60-53. Break up the Red Raiders. They're 2-1. They've won 2 games of the season for the first time in forever, and they've only played 3. So congratulations to the Spalding girls. They have a really nice freshman class that's playing a lot of minutes already, including Mary Parody, who's Dominic Parody. If you follow Spalding basketball, Dominic Parody, the last 1,000-point scorer for Spalding a few years back, and according to the family, the little sister is going to be even better. So Mary Parody and the Red Raiders off to a nice start in Division I girls basketball. I don't know if I believe that, by the way. Mary's going to be better than Dom. Dom was a heck of a player for Spalding, but time will tell. There's Cody Graham. His team up 4 with the ball and a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Left side for Sanborn, and now Lincoln. Lincoln wanted to go to Sanborn. Dover had it shut down nicely. Instead, he puts it on the floor. Hands it off to Graham in the left corner. Back to Lincoln. 44 seconds to go in the period. Sanborn up top. Right side, Hewitt. Drives, floats it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound into the hands of Girardi. Dover can cut it to 2 or 1 in this possession. Katie gallops up the floor.
Tough one.
Cantwell. Behind the back dribble. Switches to the left hand. Gets shut down. Kicks it over to the right side. Driving. Putting it off the window. No. See who the foul's going to be on. It's going to be on Dover. And who are they going to call it on here? He said 1-1. There's no 1-1 out there. I think they're going to call it on Lipinski. As Jimmy Keene will conference with the scorer's table to see who the foul's on. I'm not sure if it was a charge or if it was away from the ball. Normally if it's a charge, you see the hand go behind the head and then the point. You see the scorer's table, and Jimmy Keene is talking over with Jim Mulvey. Jim Mulvey's not getting the answer he wanted. It's going to be on, after all that, Jake Lipinski. That's his third. I think Jim Mulvey was...
Maybe he was a little frustrated.
I think he was hoping it was going to be on John Cantwell, because I know talking to Coach Mulvey before the game, he really respects Johnny Cantwell's game, and there's a foul on Lipinski. That's going to be his fourth, as Cody Graham kind of broke the ankles there. Lipinski had to grab him to keep him from blowing by, and that's going to be 4 with 6 seconds to go in the third on Lipinski, so he'll have to grab the bench for a good portion of the fourth quarter, I'd imagine. 6.9 to go. Oh, nice cut.
Ooh.
And a foul's going to be called, and as Sanborn went to the bucket, or are they going to call goaltending? I think goaltending is the call.
Yeah, it is goaltending.
So Sanborn gets credit for the bucket. Tell you, nobody has better out-of-bounds plays than Jim Mulvey. 5 seconds to go in the third. Here's Cantwell. Cantwell drives, kicks to the corner, half a second to go. It'll go if it counts. Counted at the horn. Kingsley Breen with his second 3 of the ball game. Off the feed from Cantwell. I didn't think he had time to get that away, Nick.
Man, I couldn't believe that either. I looked at it, and then he made it in, and then he looked at. I think he looked at the coach at the end of that shot and said, "Hello, I'm here."
6 points for the freshman. The buzzer-beating 3 makes it 40-37 at the end of 3. And boy, we got a good one going on here at Stone Gymnasium.
I just got a shout-out from a friend up top for the both of us. She just called us M&M since we got McCumbee and McIsaac over here, and she goes like she's listening live right now. One of the fans up top here. Was it Samantha Rucco? She was letting us know up there. She just talked to me and told me the M&M crew is in the house tonight.
I wish I had M&M's
Got
money.
the green and the blue.
I know.
That's right. Well, see, you know, Nick wore Dover colors. I try to wear a neutral color to these games.
Hey, I'm wearing my Christmas gear here. You know,
Oh.
I got the old Christmas tie rolling here. You know, Santa Claus is coming to town.
You're the elder statesman, Justin. You're teaching our man Nick.
Well, you know, I've been able to learn at the feet of some veteran broadcasters, Bob Lippman, Eric Freed, Mike Murphy, kind of
Excellent.
taught me the way, so.
Excellent. Well, you're doing excellent work. We really appreciate you leading us off here. Again, this is a production of NH1 and the Corway Film Institute. And here we go for
Fourth quarter, yeah. We'll see if we get any bonus basketball tonight. The way this one's going, you never know. Here's Tavares on the curl, got fouled, and will shoot free throws. See who the foul's going to be on. Foul trouble could play a factor here down the stretch. I think they said it's on Katie, and they've got 2 on the board. I had 2 on him already, but I'll trust whatever the board says as Tavares makes the first. It's first point for Tavares in the second half. He had 10 in the first half. He'll try to extend the lead, and he does. 12 points for Tavares, and the lead is 5 for Portsmouth. 42-37. Coleman, now for Breen. Freshman directs traffic. Coach Fennessy sat him down after a couple of turnovers, but he drilled a big three at the end of the third quarter. Gets the bounce entry down low, kicks it out, rotates to the left side. The ball fake there created a little space for Girardi. Couldn't make the three, though.
Excellent job there by Tavares on that rebound there.
Here's Tavares, and we're going to foul away from the ball. Who's this one going to be on? I think it's going to be on Dover. Cantwell with a foul. That's his third. End of three in Bedford, and Bedford leads Exeter 37-34. Big Division I matchup there. Bedford, of course, lost to Portsmouth in the state championship game last year. Here's Lincoln, wide open, knocks it down. Couple of threes for Max Lincoln, and suddenly the lead's back up to 8 for Portsmouth, and they're going to get the ball back on the turnover.
I love that last name, Lincoln. That reminds me of our former president, Lincoln.
Which Lincoln? Jim Lincoln or the other one?
Lincoln, you know.
Oh, Abraham Lincoln. Oh, that one. Okay.
Freddie Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln.
No relation to Steve Lincoln, right?
No.
Here's Hewitt on the right wing. Looking down low for Tavares. Instead, it's Graham. Left wing three. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't let Cody Graham get hot. He's got 16, and the lead's 11. Matt Fennessy says, what's going on here? Spends a timeout. It was a 4-point lead. A 7-0 run for Portsmouth to start the fourth quarter has made it 11.
That fire is now lit in Portsmouth now.
Graham leads all scorers with 16. His last two coming from downtown. Tavares has 12 for Dover. Katie's got 11. And really, he's led the way. It's been a balanced attack. Otherwise, Vicko has 8. You're already at 6. All those came in the first half, though. Kingsley Breen has 6. Johnny Cantwell still with just 4 points. He's been a menace defensively, though.
It's really something to see that Cody Graham finally igniting, right now. He's as soon as he hit that three-pointer, it was like all of a sudden, let the floodgates open up here. And Portsmouth's going to come out red hot now. I think they're going to do it right now.
Well, every time Portsmouth's tried to put Dover away, the Green Wave has had an answer. So we'll see what Matt Fennessy and his staff draws up in the timeout. They need a bucket and a stop here, and then they need to repeat that action coming up, as it'll go into Ryan Coleman. Coleman guarded by Cody Graham, has to get rid of it. The 5-second call is coming. A deflection in the backcourt, but now a steal. Tavares, the 3-on-1 if they hustle. Here's Hewitt. Dover got back on defense, though. Sanborn up fakes, now shoots the 3 in. Everything that wouldn't fall in the first half has fallen in the second half for Portsmouth, and they're up 14.
It's like somebody has done their homework in Portsmouth.
Coleman gets it back in the right corner. In and out, and Tavares with the rebound. Portsmouth with a chance to really put Dover in dire straits with under 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Calvin Hewitt. And now it's Cody Graham on the left wing. Out there to challenge is Ty Vitko. Bounce entry to Tavares. Left mid block. Jump hook, no. Rebound Cantwell.
Tough jump hook when you got one defender on you.
Nice outlet pass from Cantwell. He finds Vitko, puts it up and in, and Coach Fennessy wants to use another timeout here, but Johnny Cantwell with a nice outlet pass. You thought, is Vitko really going to go 1-on-3 here? But he had the angle and got the bucket. So it's a full timeout for Dover.
Tom Kozakowski's over in the DJ booth over in the corner playing a little techno music here.
DJ Cause on the 1s and 2s. Glad you could join us tonight on NH1.com. Justin McIsaac, Nick McCumbee. Bill Rogers running the show. John Simmons on one camera. Amelia Lee Rogers on the other.
Gotta say, Justin, it's an honor working with you. I'm learning a lot from you.
Well, don't learn too much. I'm not very good at this, but
you know me.
You're making it well, my friend. Both of you guys.
Fake it till you make it.
There you go.
As I said, I'm going to use a Star Wars term here. The Force is strong with you, Justin. You got a lot of things that you're teaching me. I'm just a Padawan in the broadcasting life. So.
Well, There's much to learn, young Jedi, as end of 3 in Londonderry. Londonderry leads Spalding 31-27 in Division I boys hoop. Scores are coming in kind of slowly tonight, but if you have any, you can tweet them at me, at Justin_McIsaac, and we'll give you some credit if we use that on the air.
I finally got onto that Twitter thing after I saw scores come on fast, more than Facebook.
That Twitter thing, huh?
Yeah, that Twitter thing.
I
I finally got on the tree and tweeted.
Offensive foul here for Portsmouth. Cody Graham, I think, is a guilty party. That would be 3 on him. Or I beg your pardon, it might be Max Lincoln. We'll have to wait and see. Cody Graham was shaking his head, so I feel like it's on him. Tough move there from Ty Vicko, and he got the roll over a couple of defenders.
Wow.
Lead back down to 10 now for Portsmouth.
Vicka got real lucky on that one because I thought it was going to bounce out.
Wide open 3 for Sanborn. Usually he sticks that, instead back of the iron. And a foul on the rebound. They're going to get Uriarte for reaching in, I think. And this is going to be 1-1 for Calvin Hewitt. And now it's Federico is getting the foul, but Uriarte is the number on the board, so I feel like it's going to be on Uriarte. And I guess erase the 1-1 because it was just the 6th foul. Okay. I thought there was already 6 fouls, but paying attention to a lot of stuff here. Sanborn up top for Lincoln. Right side for Tavares, into the corner for Cody Graham. Ty Vicko is all up in his kitchen. Here's Graham, now Lincoln. Hewitt, overplay by Cantwell. In the middle for Tavares, kick out to Lincoln, wide open 3, yes! That's just great ball movement from Portsmouth, Nick.
Yes, I got to agree with you on that. Matt Lincoln is just, you know, when you leave that kid open, he's gonna hit it all day.
Vicko kept the dribble going, though he lost his footing. He goes over the right side to Federico, knocked out of bounds by Tavares, and it'll stay with Dover.
Love what that ref said. He said it with authority. Green.
54-41. Dover's got to make a move here. 4 minutes to go. Pass deflected, still loose. Sanborn comes away with it for an instant and gets it ahead to Graham somehow. Portsmouth's got numbers, 4 on 3. Good job by Uriarte to get his hand in there. Tavares over the right side for Lincoln. The Portsmouth alumni behind us wanted one more pass and a shot there, but they didn't get it. Graham, deep 3. That one's short. Rebound goes to Dover.
Need a little bit more up there.
Katie got stripped by Graham, and here come the Clippers. Up ahead, it's Hewitt. Hewitt to the bucket, puts it off the window and in.
What a move by Hewitt on that one.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to draw the contact, too, from Cantwell, but at least got the bucket. 15-point lead for Portsmouth. This was a 4-point game at the start of the 4th quarter. The Clippers try to pull away. There's another strip. And here comes Hewitt. Hewitt with a 2-on-1. Nice dish for Graham. And you can start the bus if you're Dover.
Dish and a dash.
17-point lead. Boy, this game was competitive as all get out, but Portsmouth has kind of put the hammer down here in the 4th. Vicko, top of the key, no. Rebound in the hands of Lincoln. And this run by Portsmouth has kind of taken the starch out of Dover. Schedule maker did not do Dover any favors, by the way. Start off the season, home for Winnicott at Portsmouth. Now they have to go at Alvern on Friday. Alvern, a top 5 pick for most folks, as Tavares scores, and the route is on. 60-41.
That's a big shot there.
Lincoln's going to get hit with a foul here. So Dover has played a nice game up until this 4th quarter. Yeah, the beginning schedule for Dover looks like this. We mentioned home for Winnicott, they lost that one. At Portsmouth, they're going to lose this one. At Alvern's going to be a tough game. Then after the new year, home for Manchester Central. They finally get a little bit of a break when they host Keene, as a foul away from the ball is going to give the ball back to Portsmouth. Then at Memorial, and home for Nashua North. So they've Dover could be staring 0-6, 1-6 to start off the year, and they're a good basketball team.
Right. I mean, I watched, what was it, the highlight videos of Dover, caught a glimpse of it, and I can't get over what Dave Haley?
Yep.
Some good stuff, Dover, you can't count Dover out in basketball. They always give you a run for your money.
Trying to dish was Kingsley Breen, but foul was called. And Dover's a team that's kind of got to learn how to win. Their program's been down for a few years. They showed some flashes at the end of this year. They actually led Winnicott in the fourth quarter before the Warriors came back to win.
Yeah, that was what I saw, and I missed the other half for some reason. I got caught up, family Christmas shopping.
Sure. See Kingsley Breen with his 7th point there. A look for his 8th. And that one hits the back of the iron. 60-42. Boy, this has been an avalanche for Portsmouth in the fourth quarter. And Matt Fennessy and his staff will have to get back to work because it doesn't get any easier on Friday. Cody Graham can't get the roll. Supposed to get that roll in your home gym.
Yeah.
Johnny Cantwell with a big block, and he might have got a big piece of Alex Tavares there. Tavares looks like he's all right. He's going to shoot free throws. And I think they're going to call an intentional foul here on this one. And so that'd be 2 shots in the ball for Portsmouth. Cantwell, I don't think trying anything malicious there, but might have got just too much of the player. And, when the score gets out of hand like this, the referees will have a quick whistle to keep things under control. And Jim Mulvey's going to empty the bench here.
Got to let some kids in there. You got to get the experience of varsity basketball. That's like the main important thing. Like get some JV kids in there. Give them a taste of the show.
Jack Russo checks in for Portsmouth. And we also saw Cam Roy come into the ball game. Tavares misses the first. Matt Fennessy is going to do likewise over the Dover side. Get some of his bench players some varsity experience. Julian Nicholson into the ball game along with Griffin Carloni. Let's see who else we have out there. Peter Ciotti, who I think follows me on Snapchat. I'm not sure. Eric Stevens, a heck of a football player, Eric Stevens. He's on the ball right now as it goes over to Huey McDonald. Eric Stevens had the greatest punt I've ever seen in the history of high school football against Bishop Girton, not this last year, but the year before, as the left wing 3 is no good. He hit about a 50-yard punt that hit the 2-yard line, took a right-hand turn out of bounds. It was the most amazing punt I've ever seen.
It's got to be like Madden right there, Practice that so many times. Oh,
heck of a tight end as well.
Sorry I interrupted you.
That's all right. Dover with the ball. Down 61-42, 1:13 to go. There's Eric Stevens. On the right side for Julian Nicholson. Got to get rid of it. It's picked off by Huey McDonald. Outlet for Jack Russo. Russo takes it to the cup.
Opposing rush on that one, Justin, right there.
And Jack Russo with the cheering section over there in the student section. They went nuts for that. Nice cut, nice dish there, as on the board is Josh White, who checked in the ball game for Dover. A little over half a minute to go. What was a 4-point game has turned into a 63-44 lead for Portsmouth. Long 2 on the way, no. As that was Griffin Rizzo getting his shot up. Bounce entry for Stevens. Stevens got blocked, but a foul is going to be called. And Stevens, a 6'1 senior, will get to the line.
When we sit up here, Justin, you can't see a 6. He doesn't look like he's 6'1. And then like when you get right up close to him, it's like I'm 5'6", and I look at the and I stand up and I'm like, oh, take that back.
Yeah, he's a big rugged dude. As he misses the first.
Got to have those every once in a while in basketball,
Stevens is a passionate kid, too. Just loves being a Dover Green Wave athlete. Misses the second. As Portsmouth. Oh, we're going to get a foul. I think Julian Nicholson got tangled up with Thomas. I'm going to mangle Thomas's last name, so I apologize in advance. I think it's Thomas Degnan. Hope I said that correctly. Thomas is at the line for 2. Actually, I believe he's at the line for 1 and 1. Well, a good effort from Dover. They're going to come up short after Portsmouth explodes in the fourth quarter. Front end was no good, and Dover with a rebound. Portsmouth's going to improve to 1 and 1. Dover will drop to 0 and 2, and a tough schedule ahead of them.
It's a tough place to play, Justin, you know, at Stone Gymnasium, you know, as we were talking about at the beginning of the game. You know, Stone is like literally like, you know, it's basically like the Madhouse on Madison in Chicago. You know, you're going to get a loud crowd. Tough place to play.
Second to go, and Cuckoo at the horn, no good. And that will do it from Stone Gymnasium. We'll give you some final totals in this one. Portsmouth the winner, 63-44 in impressive fashion. Really putting their foot on the gas in the fourth quarter. We'll give you the final point totals here. For the Clippers, Calvin Hewitt had 11. Alex Tavares had 14. Cody Graham finished strong. He had 18 to finish the ball game. Max Lincoln had 9. Mike Sanborn had 8. Jack Russo had 2. For Dover, Devin Cady had 11. Josh White had 2. Ty Vicko had 6, 8, 10, 12. He led the way for Dover. Johnny Cantwell had 4. Nick Girardi had 6. William Federico had 2, and Kingsley Breen had 6. Any final thoughts on this one, Nick?
You know, I can't wait to see what Portsmouth brings out in the next half of the chapter. I mean, do they have I think they have a game next week, right?
Well, they have one to finish out the week here. Portsmouth, as they improve to 1 and 1 of the season, they'll host Keene, a rare Thursday night game. They'll play the Keene Blackbirds here at Stone Gymnasium on Thursday night. Dover will play Friday night. They'll be at Alvern, another tough test for the Green Wave, as they go on the road to face the Alvern Broncos in Hudson. What is the next game coming up on NH1.com? Bill Rogers, can you smart me up on that?
We will be over at Bishop Brady in Concord for Bishop Brady, the boys, versus Pelham.
That should be
So that's this Thursday night.
Anytime the Giants and the Pythons get together, you can expect a game of mythical proportions. So
Absolutely. I think who's going to get eaten?
that should be a good one. Both teams expected to do well in Division 2. But
Yes.
your final from this one is Portsmouth 63 and Dover 44. For Nick McCumbee, Bill Rogers, John Simmis, and Amelia Lee Rogers, my name's Justin McIsaac. Thanks so much for watching, and so long, everybody.